So, first off, what I always like to say during any panel I'm part of, how's everyone doing today? You been enjoying the con so far? It's the last day, so you better enjoy all you get left. But my name is Dude Bro. I founded the Brony Health Group back in November, October? Was it October or November? One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started early, old October. Hold on, I'm gonna take my coat off. It's hot. But the way it originally started was I have a gigantic ego. So I would make YouTube videos, just me talking about the fandom. Like before last BronyCon, when I actually had hair and all that, I would make videos about how BronyCon's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Come see me. And like 200 people watched it, and no one cared. But after a while, actually, at BronyCon, I got the idea. Well, unfortunately, like similar to the Star Trek fandom or any real internet-based fandom at all, really, you get the stereotypical image of fat, socially awkward, out of shape, just not well-adjusted guy. And it's sad because that's absolutely not true. I mean, look at the people on this panel. I'm the only one who fits that stereotype. But it's just something I thought of. I'm like, I hate to say it, but if something is a stereotype, it's usually because it's somewhat true. Like, if you go to this con or Star Trek con, you will see a lot of out-of-shape people, myself included. Despite the fact that I hide it well, I am out of shape. This is the first time in my life I've hit over 210, and I'm not proud of it. So I came up with this idea after BronyCon, like, what do bronies do best? They do good. Whether it's bronies for good, brony thank you fund, charities, cons, whatever they do, like, we just try to help people, like, be better people. And that's what really inspired me, is like bettering yourself. Bronies always become better. They're always trying to be the good person, always trying to give, always trying to do more, whether it's charity work and all that. So I figured, why not just do that for us? Why not try to make a healthier fandom? Because there is that stereotype, and it does suck. I don't like the stereotype, but sometimes it is true. So my inspiration was really, I want to try to fix that. Prove to the world that, no, the stereotype actually isn't true, despite the fact that sometimes even I believe it. That there are a lot of awesome people who can just better themselves with the motivation and all that. So what I started to do is, because I was making the videos and big into my ego, was I made some videos saying, all right, I'm a brony, I'm a little overweight, I'm gonna start losing weight. You at home, start losing weight with me. The problem was, I didn't know what I was talking about at all, in the least, until I started this thing called the Rainbow Dash 6-Minute Challenge. It's been a year ago today, wow. I posted up to EQD, over to Seth, and be like, hey, I made this video. The concept was just do one type of exercise 6 times for 6 minutes. Just 6 minutes of moving. That's all, because to me, that's all it took. As long as you're doing something over nothing, that was the big message of that video when it came out. I mean, it was poorly put together, sloppily edited. Like, I can't watch it anymore. Colin, have you watched it?
I have not, unfortunately.
All right, Aaron, you watched it, right?
I watched it.
I might have seen it.
God, I want that thing destroyed. But it's on EQD forever. So when I started that, it actually got a pretty good response. It got about a couple thousand views, and I was like steady at like 200, maybe 100 subscribers. And when that came out, it kind of shot up, and there was a lot of comment support, like, oh man, this is a really good idea. No one's ever done this before. And they were really pretty hyped up about it, like, because the only other person who does anything like this anymore is Jaxblade. And even then, like, Jaxblade is an awesome guy. His videos don't come out on the reg, like, and he doesn't as focus just on the Brony fandom anymore, which I can't blame him. I work for a general animation con now. I'm slowly kind of pushing away from the fandom too, as much as I hate to admit it. But there was no one there, so I wanted to be that niche. And originally I wanted to make it called the Brony Fitness Group. That just didn't ring well in my head. Eventually we changed it around to the Brony Health Group. And through that Rainbow Dash 6-Minute Challenge video, oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. What's our web dev's name? I forget. Serena! I apologize, I've been up since sometime yesterday. con work is hard. So Serena came up to me through a YouTube inbox message and said, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. I made this little site for the Brony Fitness group. I think you'll really like it." And I'm like, "Okay, that's actually really cool." Like, I knew people were inspired through the comments, and I was planning on making some more videos, but I wasn't really still 100% sold on the idea because there was a nice little boom of support, but after a while, it just kind of plateaued. Then I looked at Serena's website, and it looked amazing. I mean, who here knows the site called Wix? Basically, Wix is a really, honestly, easy to use web dev. A lot of people use it, and to be honest, a lot of the sites that use it look like crap, but this looked really good. It looked legit, it looked nice, it had nice flow, nice blue coloring. I don't even like the color blue, but it looked nice. And so I said, you know what? We're gonna go full throttle with this. So I played some little bit of market and waited until the EQD 500th nightly roundup. And I said, "Seth, can you put this up there?" He said, "Yeah, sure." And it was an advertisement for a staff. We were looking for anyone who's into health, nutrition, style. We wanted to hit. That's when I moved away from just focusing on fitness and staying in shape into more of just health in general, which is emotional, mental, physical, everything, which is why I included stuff like style to incorporate a kind of main six theme, get some of that rarity in there. So originally we hired about 8 staffers, and Aaron was one of the first on that one.
Yep. I saw the thing on EQD, and I was like, "Well, that's awesome." I used to weigh over 300 pounds, and so I was like, "I'm not an artist, I'm not a musician, but I was like, this is something that I really know, and I can help give back because, you know, I love ponies just like everyone else." And I was like, maybe Rick's, I was going to Canterlot Gardens that weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent you the email. I was like, are you going to Canterlot Gardens by any chance? You're like, "I'm on my way there now." He's like, "Can you get my badge?" So I got him his badge, and then we met, and then just kind of hit it off and got involved with the website like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. I was heading to Canterlot Gardens, though I decided like the day before I was going. So which is why he had to pick me up my pass before they sold out, which they did. They packed that place with 2,000 people, which is only a fourth of what we have today. It's crazy. But so yeah, we met at Canterlot Gardens. I really hit it off, and then from there we just kind of grew. I want to say, Ganny, you were in before Colin, right?
Yeah, I was in before Colin.
Right, because we needed you.
We got Colin.
Originally, we needed a forum moderator, and that's why we brought you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a Pro Boards forum set up. I mean, Pro Board, they just updated it. It's gotten worse, but it was never really that good to begin with. But Pro Boards is a forum I know how to use and moderate. So we went with that first, plugged it on the website, and we went with that for a while, and it kind of died off for a bit, but it was just a forum I knew how to use. So originally brought Ganny on for that, but Ganny is now in more shape than me and has a job.
Yeah.
Important part of health, get a job. And then last, on this panel at least, to get hired was Colin, who I met through the New York meetup group going to... Were you at New York Comic Con, or did I not meet you till the Halloween party?
It was a Halloween party.
Okay, yeah, we met at the Halloween party, and I want to say... It was right around Big Apple PonyCon that I officially wanted you on board, and then we did the panel there.
Yep.
Which was in a much bigger room.
You totally didn't just grab him 5 minutes before the panel.
I didn't.
No.
Did I?
Thought you did.
I honestly can't remember. I'm so out of it. I apologize.
Don't let him fool you. He did.
But basically, when I started this group, I honestly didn't have any idea what I was doing. And unfortunately, we did start in the worst possible way, where we launched in October, November, right around when suddenly, oh, here come the holidays. Everyone's busy. The weather sucks. No one wants to work out anyway. Everyone's just cold, wants to stay in their house. That's physically when metabolism shut down during that time. So we started in the worst possible time we could.
Also, wasn't that when the latest season had just started?
Yeah, season 2 had just started, so people were really paying attention to the show more than anything. So it was a perfect storm of no one wanted to cover us, really. But we did get some people hired on. We got Aaron, and we got Colin, and Ganny, and we got Serena, and a whole bunch of other staffers that I physically can't name them all. They're all in the big Skype group that I don't have the list of because I'm really out of it. But that's basically the general history. We have some more announcements coming up soon, but Colin here has to go in a little bit. He's going to go eat dinner with, the Kriebers. He's all fancy and stuff because he's in the Army.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force.
I'm sorry. I've been up for like 24 hours.
I
I'm
understand. I
sorry.
get it. You're tired.
But yeah, Colin has to go soon, so we're going to open up the floor to mostly him. And what do you want to talk about the most with your
Well,
muscle
I'm
milk?
yeah, as you people, just real quick, an introduction for me.
I love you too. Wait, come to my panel. Come on. You need to learn how to not be as like ugly as you are.
Papa Squad D-pad. We love you.
We love you. All right, get out of here and stop hurting people in the TPM.
So as Dubro said, my name is Colin. My meetup name is Rainbow Dash. And yes, I am drinking a protein shake, as you probably see that. So they're delicious. Anyway, I am a military service member, active duty Air Force. My job is firefighting, so obviously I need to be in shape. I was never overweight. I never had any issues with my health as far as that was concerned. But I have a background in physical training. I was an ab instructor when I was overseas for about 3 months. I ran a marathon, full 40K.
Can we see them?
I'm sorry?
Can we see your abs?
You want to see my abs?
You wanna
guys
see
wanna
his
my Okay.
Yeah.
You can cut glass on those things.
We can touch.
Oh man. Oh man.
But obviously, I do take care of myself. I sleep. I eat right. I care, and that's why I guess Dubro invited me to come to this panel and come and give my experience and my history, so I can help everybody else, not only in this fandom and community, but outside of it too. Like I said, being in the fire department, doing what I do for my job, it's very stressful. It's mentally draining, it's physically draining, so we gotta be on top of our game day in and day out, the 24-hour shifts we work. So, coming to these cons and everything, it's really nothing new to me to not get sleep, but I still gotta take care of myself. I haven't really worked out this entire weekend for the reason being this is my rest period. So what I'm doing is, as busy as I am and everything, I still need rest so I don't kill myself. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
So,
That's not good.
but I'm what's called a physical training leader in the military, so my job is to actually lead my squadron in exercises and things of that sort. I ran through the insanity program several times. I'm really trying to think what else. I mean, it really just boils down to eating right, being physical, being active, doing something. Yeah. And it's like Dubro said, like even 6 minutes a day we'll do something. My ab classes were roughly 15 to 30 minutes a day, depending on what we were doing. But you never stop, you never quit. The marathon, I don't expect people to run marathons. I didn't want to run the marathon. I just wanted to do it just to say I could, and just because I wanted to, because I'm a freak show like that. So
Actually, that reminds me. Did you take place in the 5K yesterday?
I did not, unfortunately. So I know, shame on me.
Yeah, that was
shame
run
on
by
me.
Silvermane, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was running a 5K. He should be on this panel.
I
Yeah, I
agree.
think he's busy with the comic people. You know, fancy.
But I wanted to just tell the convention and some of the con goers, and obviously anybody who is affiliated with this or not, that everybody can take care of themselves. Everybody can lose the weight. You just got to be motivated. You got to have some kind of drive. My motivation, my drive is just being in my job. I got to be in shape to do that. I wear 100 pounds of equipment into a fire, and any call I go to, and it sucks.
You basically wear a haybuck.
Pretty much. I'm basically putting a small human being on my back and running around with it in temperatures that are obviously not meant to sustain life. So for me, I have to stay in shape. I actually just bought a 40-pound vest to actually weight train with and
you told me
whatnot.
about that one.
And I did get selected for our fire department here in New Jersey, where I'm stationed, to be on the Firefighter Combat Challenge. And anybody that's familiar with that, that is a very competitive sport where it's strictly firefighters that go in, and we have a series of events we do, almost like an obstacle course, and it's all job related. My job is going to be to pick up a hotel pack, which roughly weighs about 45 pounds. I got to throw that over my shoulder with my bunker gear and my SCBA, which is my air tank, and my helmet. I got to run up 5 stories, pull up a hose, put the hose in a basket, take the hotel back down all 5 stories. I have less than 2 minutes to do all that. And I was handpicked to do that for the entire fire department. Just to boil it down, we have over 200 people in our fire department alone, and I was hand-selected to do this. Wow. So that's a really big opportunity, and people can be in my shoes. People can go and they can do physical things if they put their heart and mind to it. And it's not gonna happen overnight. So if you expect changes and results of over a week or so, It's not going to happen. I can promise you that now. But you continue to do it. You continue the motivation. You continue the drive, eating right. Obviously, you see what I have up here. A protein shake, which is very, carb control. It has protein because I really didn't have a chance to eat breakfast yet. But, and then water. I don't drink soda. I don't eat a lot of carbs. So, I mean, I'm a very lean guy. I actually was in an amateur bodybuilding competition for a physique portion, so for me, for a dude bro to come and approach me and, I want to say that he actually did choose the right person to talk to because I have the experience. I'm not like new to this game of being in shape and whatnot, but, out of everybody that he could have picked, I mean, he had the perfect candidate sitting right here, and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
And even before then. And, it's not even all about the size. It's not getting strong. You don't have to have the biggest arms. It's just...
No 24-inch pythons?
No, mine I think are only about 13. I'm in my cutting phase right now, so I'm in my lean. In the winter I bulk, so different exercises and routines. But like I was saying, you do have different routines. The summer, right now for me, this is my cut time. This is for me to lose the weight. This is for me to get shredded. And then in the winter, that's when I put on the size. I weigh about 170, 175 pounds right now. In the winter, I'll probably jump up close to 200. So that kind of tells you how much I lose and gain between muscle mass. I'm always going to be lean. Anything I get is going to be just straight muscle. So, and the reason is it's my diet. It's what I eat. It's how I sleep. It's what I drink. It's all that. It all accounts into everything. And being able to share this with, you guys is an honor and a privilege to do that for someone who really wants to take this serious. Because conventions, I'm not going to lie, they're one of the hardest places to work out in, to get the motivation.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, the lack of sleep with the raves and everything. I know, I'm doing it here. I understand completely. I'm with you guys. I am. But, you kill yourself enough to where you can have rest days like this, you'll be fine. You don't want to be working out at a convention anyway, because then you really will pass out, and then, nobody has time to deal with that. So
Dancing at Brony Palooza is enough workout at a con.
Exactly. And, it really just boils down to, what is your drive? What is your motivation? And you got to find something. Boyfriend, girlfriend, family members, smoking. That is one of the biggest health concerns right now in American society is smoking. That kills so many people, and it's a silent killer. You don't hear it, you see it, and you smell it, but internally it is destroying your body. And when you have that, when you have that, you will, end up killing yourself, essentially, So you stay away from the smoking, the alcohol, all the tobacco products.
Whoa, no alcohol?
No alcohol. And if you do have it, limit yourself.
Moderation is
Drink,
important.
maybe like a beer a month, 2 beers a month. Maybe a beer a week. Even that's fine.
I need to get hammered at least once.
Well, do it once a year.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
But like I said before, it just boils down to what you want to do, what your goals and what your achievements are. If you want to get size, I can help you with that. If you want to lean and cut down, I can help you with that. You want to, be a better runner. You want to be a better, you want to be stronger in your chest. You want to be able to bench a house. I can help you. Whatever you want to do. And, like I said, I'm not the biggest guy, but don't let looks fool you. That big rainbow dash out there, I carry that around constantly. That sucks. It's heavy. That's my plushie. It's ginormous. And it weighs about 40 pounds. And my arms are killing me from that because I had to carry it from my Hilton down here and then put it there. So.
And then someone jumped on it.
Yes, and somebody did jump on it. It's okay, though. It's okay. But, little things like that. I'm actually doing exercise, regardless of whether I like it or not. That is still an exercise. That putting 40 pounds on and walking around like this, like that, holding it, no matter how you have it positioned, it's all, it's all leg muscles, it's calves, it's quads, it's your different muscle groups. And, that will help in any way, shape, or form. You could do lunges outside. You can just sit there while you're on your smoke break. Don't even smoke. Just sit there and do lunges. Do some jumping jacks. Do some push-ups. Nobody's gonna say anything. I'm in the military. When I was in basic, we did push-ups like we drank water. Like, it was nothing new to me. That's all we would do. We were on our face constantly. But that's the other thing too, is like, I'm not really technically like the stereotypical brony. I'm not. I'm active, I have a job, I'm not behind a computer all day, but again, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about just people getting in shape in general. You know, because there are a majority of the Bronies or any kind of fandom, like you were saying, that is, you know, they just go to cons and they are out of shape. And it's sad, you know, and that's killing people. It's killing you. It will end your life because of the cholesterol, because of, you know, lack of sleep, no hydration, no water. You know, I mean, people should probably on average be drinking about 2 to 3 of these every day. And, you know, some people barely even suck down one of these. That's not enough water. Your body needs water. Your body needs to hydrate because you're constantly moving. You have metabolism. You boost that. You start doing things with it. You're going to run out of water. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I cannot preach that enough. For everybody that's attending here, I really hope you take my advice and take 2, 3, even 4 of these down by the end of the convention today. And I know this is late. I understand that, you know, it's Sunday, everything's pretty much winding down, but this is all food for thought for future conventions. It really is, because you guys can take this and apply it in your daily living. You can apply it outside the convention, but we're just here to kind of give you guys what we know. You know, these guys were awesome in establishing what they have online. I don't really have a whole lot of internet service. I'm very social, so all my internet and stuff is this piece of junk phone. So this is my means of communication. This is my lifeline for everything.
You gotta get one of these.
Yeah.
I need something. I don't even have a
fancy.
Facebook page.
Neither do I.
But you know, I'm not technologically inclined. That's not me. I'm a physical guy. I have cars. I have hobbies. I have this. I love the Brony fandom. I love
You
you
have the
guys.
Mustang.
You guys are awesome. Yes, I do. I have the 2012 Brony car Mustang that was at the convention last year. For anybody that did see that, it is signed by Lauren Faust and Tara Strong. So it's kind of like the official pony car, I guess you could say.
And you missed Ashley Ball.
I did miss Ashley Ball, but not by much. So, you know, it's just what your goals are, what you're trying to do. I'm going to be around all day. Dude Bro has my information. I need to get going. But if you guys have anything, please, I'm probably the most approachable guy you will ever meet. I'm not here. I will not judge you. Like, I've had people come up to me that weigh 300 pounds. They're like, hey, can you help me? And I'll write down something just right off the top of my head for them. And they come back to me at the next convention, or I talk to them over the phone or something. They've already dropped 50 to 100 pounds. And they're like, hey, thank you for what you did. You helped me. And that's what I want to do in this community. I want to help people. And if I can do that in any way, shape, or form, this for me is where I thrive in. And I can help you with my knowledge and my experience. So I guess on that note, dude, bro, it was a pleasure.
One last thing before we go.
One more.
Aaron, you were also military, correct?
No.
You were.
No.
I'm so out of it. Anyway, I want to see an arm wrestling contest. Let's go.
But anyway, it was a pleasure. So take it easy. And
All right.
like I said, my name's Colin. I'll be around. You'll probably see me. Dude Bro's got my information. So if anyone wants to stop him after this panel and talk to him, he's the go-to guy.
Yeah,
So,
talk to me. I got his number. I'll give it out and some other
please,
numbers.
take my number down. You know, email me. He's got that as well.
Yep.
So anything I can do to help you guys, please just let me know. But it was a pleasure. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. So thank you.
All right, give it up. Colin's gone now. What do we do?
I guess we talk about stuff.
He talked about everything. I would say I would definitely reiterate everything he said. I didn't hear one piece of bad advice from him. And yeah, it's definitely about commitment. And I think the best way to define that commitment is to find like what intrinsically motivates you, like why, and then the commitment will come easy. For me, when I weighed over 300 pounds, like it was just on a whim that I was doing it with someone else. And once I lost all the weight, I was like, wow, I feel amazing. And I didn't even know I was missing it because I was pretty happy with how I was before. And now it's just like, I don't want to go back. I like being able to run a mile in 6 minutes and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, that's one thing I've seen a lot is a lot of times you don't realize what you're missing here when you get healthy. Like I completely stopped drinking soda, just cold turkey, and started drinking a lot of water, and I felt great. It just you feel so much better once you start getting healthy. It's great, really.
Is it one way I always to get my water in, because I know you can lose track of the day, lose track of everything. I drink it like an 8-ounce glass at least just before every meal, and that helps me get water in. Also reduces your appetite, and if you drink cold water, your metabolism takes calories to heat that water up. So it's like triple bonus.
So like one thing I want to go over real quick is like the 6-2-1 rule for con, which is
Yes.
6 hours of sleep, 2 meals a day, at least 1 shower. Do you think that's enough, or would you like to see that rule go up? What do you think about that, or any tips for eating at
It's
cons?
definitely the 1 shower thing. Absolutely. That
Definitely.
maybe 2 or 3. The 6 hours of sleep, that just depends on what you're doing. I mean, more sleep is better, but I mean, we're all here. You can certainly for 2 or 3 days, you can give up an extra hour or 2 of sleep for fun.
Dude, bro, how you doing on 6 hours?
What do you mean 6 hours? I woke up. What
He's
time
had
did I
6
wake up
hours over 3
yesterday?
days.
I woke up yesterday at 7. I did not go to bed. That's why I'm so out of it. I also staff this convention. I'm on programming staff, so I've been running around doing panels. So like all last night, I was getting ready for the Who's Line event. So this is the prime example. You see how out of it I am right now. Sleep is extremely important, and tonight I am getting all of it.
As far as the eating 2 meals, I would say like I have in my bag, I've got an apple and I've got like a healthy protein bar kind of thing. I would say eat every 2 to 3 hours, just something small, just to keep your metabolism going. Because when you starve yourself, your metabolism shuts down because it's like I'm not getting food. I'm going into starvation mode, so it actually slows down. So by eating every couple hours, even something small, it keeps it going.
Also, breakfast.
Yes,
Breakfast.
most important
Definitely
meal of the day.
breakfast.
Absolutely.
Like speaking of breakfast and food, Ganny, you are the deputy of Gophers.
Correct.
It's basically your job to make sure a lot of the staff is fed.
Oh yes, we had to run out and get food every meal.
Every meal?
Every meal that goes up to that.
Like on average, how much food do you think you've gotten to people?
A lot. Me personally, or me as in the Gophers?
Just the Gophers as a whole. Like, how important do you think their role is getting staff food, getting staff water, or even like coffee so they can
Oh,
stay
how
awake
important
for a
is
while?
that? Very important. If it,
Yeah.
that food needs to get to them, or else our staff will be like you are.
Yeah, I mean, my boss, Obsidian Winter, she runs programming like a tight ship. She's been awesome this weekend. On Friday, she actually did pass out from a lack of food, lack of water, and for about 9 hours, she was just in her hotel room taken away by her EMTs. Like, luckily she didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but that's what happens when you're working super hard, you're stressing out because some panels are late and canceled, and then you get no food and no water on top of that. It really drains you and can send you away, so your deputy has to take over, and then everyone freaks out, including me. So, like, especially at cons, it's super important if you're staffing them, even if you're just walking around. Like, last year, I was just an attendee, and who was here last year at BronyCon in New Jersey? Wow, a lot fewer than I thought. But yeah, you guys remember that area. There was like a couple small businesses around. I mean, not as much walking as the BCC here, but a lot of places to go, humping back and forth, whether you go into Walmart or wherever in that area. There's still even if you're attending, there's a lot of walking, especially here at the BCC. I had to go all the way to the Marriott to get my stuff, all the way back here. I've been running around from panel room to panel room. My feet are killing me. It's covered in blisters, but you just have to keep hydrated, whether you're an attendee, staffing, whatever, because there's just so much walking, whether you're carrying bags, trying to go through a vendor hall, whatever you're doing, just make sure you stay hydrated. And the 6-1, I'm a big believer in that, especially the shower part. I mean, like I said before, like health isn't just like fitness, it's about hygiene and stuff like that too. And if you don't keep up good hygiene, it's not going to go well. There was a good almost year, I'll be honest, like I just didn't brush my teeth. It always like escaped me. And this, don't worry, because for the past couple months, I've been doing it like 3 times a day. Yeah. Like Rena Chan says, brush your teeth.
Yeah, getting teeth pulled is not a fun or a cheap process.
No, my stepdad actually just got one of his teeth to this area pulled. And he was in just so much pain, and just watching him in that, I'm like, no. Even my grandfather, he is 60-something, so back in his day, like, brushing his teeth wasn't a big deal. No one really cared, and they were yellow and crooked and nasty, and he now has nice fancy dentures, but they cost him so much money and so much pain. It's just not willing to go through. So whether it's teeth hygiene, taking a shower, deodorant, making sure you're smelling good, I mean, hygiene and appearance are definitely a big part of health as well.
Investing a little bit of time and energy now will save you loads of trouble and money later. I'm pretty sure the number one cause of bankruptcy, like personal bankruptcy, is medical expenses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially end of life.
We're not Canada
So-
yet.
What?
We're not Canada yet. We don't got that
Yeah.
free health.
Nothing's free.
Well, I don't know. Obamacare, man. It's coming.
I have insurance. I have a good job.
I'm on my parents' insurance, so I'm 26, and that's awesome.
How old are you?
Let's not talk about that.
I thought you were older than that.
Shh. Everyone thinks I'm older than that. We're not derailing this panel, but so yeah, what do you guys think, Danny? What do you think about like hygiene, all that, like how important that is? I mean, especially where you guys are running around everywhere, and sometimes dealing with the VIPs or other staffers that are of council level
Oh yeah,
importance.
especially if you're talking to anyone of any importance, you definitely
Yeah.
got to make sure that you're.
Don't want to scare them away.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you talk to a VA and you smell like butt, they're not gonna want to talk to you again.
Exactly.
They've told me so.
Usually they'll smile, yeah, and then they'll be like,
Just don't do like a pose like this. And it all gets out. But like I am super big on showers. Like I cannot go a day, even if it's a lazy Sunday, I'm doing absolutely nothing. I need that one shower. I just feel gross. Like I'll take up to 3 a day sometimes, especially during the convention where I'm running around in this big dumb black suit as it's super hot out because yesterday it was raining. It was nice and cool. Now it's hot out again.
It's cold in here though.
It is cold. They got the AC
freezing
crank.
in here.
I'm like walked in.
I've been yelling at the BCC. I try. All right, how are we on time, actually? Not even halfway done.
Awesome.
No, I just wish I was a little more prepared for this. I guess we can go into the kind of announcements we have.
oh yeah, those are great.
So, who here knows about EQD? Pretty much everyone. How many people know Seth, who basically runs and owns EQD? Ever since the incarnation of the BHG, he's been my go-to guy. I've always talked to him like, hey, can you get this release up? Hey, can we get the front page and not in the nightly roundup? Like when we had our official launch, we got 10,000 views just from that initial launch, which was pretty good. I mean, it's died down since then because, like I said, we started at the worst time, went through that winter.
And some of us, we have like real lives, you know.
Exactly. I mean, besides, like, once we got out of that holiday slump, I started working for Cloudsdale Congress, which was in early March, Big Apple PonyCon, which was in late March, this con, which is in August, has taken up all my time, trying to find a job, working for EFN, working for Celestia Radio, and working for DrawnCon this November. All my time just disappeared. But now that 3 of those cons are over, this one soon to be over, me and Seth have been talking on getting something together with EQD and the BHG together, BHG being Brony Health Group. What we're going to try to do is basically 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday, we're going to try to get one video a day that's just one simple tip, whether it's nutrition, excuse me, nutrition, style, hygiene, parkour. I mean, I have plenty of people, whether it's Colin, Aaron, I know
I
people
don't
in
do
New
parkour.
I've actually done a little bit.
Yeah, when we have James, I mean, I wish we had Alphonse.
Oh, Alphonse would be great, but
No one knows who Alphonse is, but he's this Finnish
I think.
Finnish
yeah.
Brony we met who is insane at parkour last year. I want to get him to do a video, so we're working to get, again, 5 videos a day. 5 videos a day that we post on the main page.
A day
Just
or a week?
Monday, Tuesday,
So
Wednesday,
5 a
Thursday,
week.
and Friday, and then the weekend is gonna be me editing them all.
Yes.
They haven't been well briefed, if you can't tell. Well, basically, we went slow. We all got busy, but we're planning for a big, happy, fun relaunch with EQD. Another thing I'm working on is a workout playlist. I know a lot of the musicians. I've been trying to contact them, getting them involved with making new songs simply for the purpose of working out. So when you're doing that jog or trying to work out at the gym, you have that playlist specifically tailored for the physical active Brony, just for them. I mean, right now I'm trying to work on getting DJ Tetsuo involved. I'm trying to work on Silverhound getting involved. Again, they're not confirmed, so if they see this recording and yell at me, I know why, but... Same thing with voice actors. Another cool idea I had was getting some VA clips in between those songs. So when you download the playlist, right in between that song, you'll hear Colgate or Vinyl Scratch saying, "Yeah, you can do it. Just one more push," or something like that, just to keep you motivated. It sounds a little bit spaghetti, but it works. It definitely works because I do the same thing. Whenever I do get a chance to work out, I'm really trying to get motivated. I think of whatever figure motivates me the most, whether at the time it's a pony or I'm thinking about Macho Man Randy Savage, because I'm a big pro wrestling fan as well. Whatever figure I'm thinking of at the time really motivates me, and I can kind of just picture in my head saying, "Yeah, you can do this," and that's
Actually, I
Don't
think
laugh.
I agree, but I think we actually don't we have one up on the website? A playlist up on the website for you already?
we don't have a playlist. We do actually have a partnership with Celestia Radio. I work with them too as a DJ. I completely missed that part of the history in the beginning. One of our other big pushes besides EQD was last year around November, October, Celestia Radio did this big week-long live DJ session for Kiki, who has since unfortunately passed, rest in peace. But we raised about $10,000 for that week-long live stream, and I was at the very beginning and very end where we promoted the Brony Health Group and all that. We raised that $10,000, then we got hired on.
DJK is one of the people that's involved with this.
Exactly. If you guys know DJK from Celestia Radio, he is fantastic, better DJ than me, and more in shape than me too. He runs like track and
That guy
stuff.
is an expert on anything cardio and running.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, you're like really good.
We have like some of the best staff I could ever ask for, honestly. From you to Yenny to Colin to DJK. I mean, I can't think of anyone right now because I'm so tired, but
My specialty is cooking and stuff like that because I love.
yeah, you're all on nutrition.
I was big because I like to eat and I like to cook. So now it's like it's entertaining for me to like take. How can I take a recipe that is just awful for you? How can I make that even healthy and still taste good? Because it's got to taste good. But yeah, I love anything with culinary arts. So
And my specialty probably has to be the motivation and just feeling freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you do best.
Yeah,
But
makes me sound very egotistical.
going back to eating well at a convention, one of my biggest concerns is like I'm currently out of a job. Whatever, judge me. But it kind of sucks a little bit because I have $2 in my pocket and I want to go out to eat somewhere. The cheapest places are going to be McDonald's, Burger King, Subway. Subway looks nice. It's really not all that good for you in comparison to what else you can eat. So like the hardest part of cons is like your big options are fast food or walk a little bit and try to find local food. And even still, it's not that great. You're not going to find like the health foods around here. And that's one of the hardest part about kind of just staying and eating healthy at a con as well.
and that's why I have the stuff in my bag because it's like you never know. If you're going to a lot of panels, sometimes it's like, well, I want to see all these. When am I supposed to eat? Like, 5 hours from now, and no one wants to wait that long. So
No.
just preparing, knowing what your schedule's going to be like and when you can fit things in, and scoping out places.
Yeah, like even our con suite right now, which is another place for all the con staffers to go and eat, it's mostly filled with snacks like Pop-Tarts, pretzels, chips, things that dehydrate you and aren't generally good for you, given I put them on the list because I made it, but I was hungry when I made that list.
Worst time to go shopping ever is when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Exactly, because that's when you're going to go for like the worst stuff, but
Yep.
like it just honestly generally sucks because when you go to a grocery store, like I work for a Stop and Shop for about a year. It's a local East Coast supermarket chain. You go look at the organic aisle and it's almost twice as expensive as everything else. You go to get the muscle milk over the like Nesquik, it's more expensive than anything else. And it's kind of a big issue. Like where I live, it's a low income demographic area where you get people with the EBT cards and they go for the Doritos because it's what they can afford. It's all they can, and it's kind of a big problem. So eating well on a budget is one of the hardest things. Another thing personally I have is I was raised in a household where if you get a plate of food, you finish everything on that plate. We do not throw away food. So even still to this day, it's ingrained in my brain where like, I'll be at a restaurant with someone, my food is gone, I see they're not eating theirs, it kicks into my head, do not waste that food, scarf it down.
That's social conditioning, and
It's the worst.
It's programmed into your genetics.
It's the worst.
Because until like 100, maybe 100 years ago, food wasn't like, and everyone had food. You did have to eat everything on your plate.
Yeah.
And now, we're in a time where food is prevalent, calorie dense food everywhere, and you can get it easily. So, it takes willpower, I guess, and just you have to really think about what you're doing and the choices you make.
Ganny, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, we're going in order.
Yeah, that is a big thing. Making sure you eat until you are full. Once you are full, do not eat any more. Do not go get more.
And even
a lot of
then,
people will do
you
that.
don't want to go like full on full, because I say the people that are best are doing that is like Japanese restaurants. Like if you're getting sushi, they give you like small portions and chopsticks.
And they spread it out, too.
Yeah.
They spread it out. So like you're eating small portions slowly, so you're gonna get full more. Like by the time.
Because they say it takes 20 minutes
Yeah.
for your stomach and leptin receptors to like say, hey,
Exactly.
you're full, no more.
If you eat smaller food slower, you're gonna get the right amount of food. Where if you get a big American burger size portion, you're gonna scarf it down and then feel completely bloated because you ate too much too fast.
It's funny you say that because I was out last night eating with someone we met from Scotland, and he was like, "Oh my God, I love these portions. They're so much, they're so big and so good here." And it's like this would cost twice as much in Scotland. I was like, "Yep, no kidding."
Yep. I mean, we're really good at portion size. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Like if you read any health magazine or any health website, one of the biggest things you're gonna say is portion control. Make sure you only eat what you absolutely need. If you eat over, it's gonna go over here. Or in Ganny,
What?
called you fat.
Oh. Oh, sure.
The 20 minutes.
I'm just going to take you. First of all,
Oh, that's fine.
I want to applaud you for what you're doing. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very much into health and fitness myself. I lost a lot of weight on Weight Watchers, so I'm really in tune to that. In terms of portion control, I think that's more of an issue if you're eating processed food.
Yeah.
You're not really distinguishing between whole foods and processed food.
Yes, she makes a good point. Processed food, the less processed you can get it, the better.
I mean, if you've got, I want to say maybe a bowl of vegetarian chili, or you've got a giant fruit salad, or a big, baked sweet potato, just the sweet potato. Eat until you're stuffed. It's fine. Your body knows what to do with it. Your body will process it and will most likely not store it. If you have a giant burger at McDonald's, yeah, portion control is an issue because you've got concentrated calories, a lot, in a small or even a very big portion like Cheesecake Factory. Then you want to watch portion control. But I'm going to say, whole food, no. If you want to have some grilled chicken, go for it until you stop.
That is my favorite thing, absolutely.
Man, now I'm hungry.
I'm a vegetarian, but when I first started my weight loss journey, I was an omnivore and all that, and I used to view chicken, like sliced turkey or chicken, as a freebie. Like, you just eat it until you're full. Don't even think about it. But just plain whole food. Not with any sauce or gravy and stuff like that. Then portions really are an issue.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Do you want to join? We have about 15 minutes left. I guess I'm out of stuff to say. Do you guys want to open up to audience Q&A?
Oh, yeah, let's go to audience Q&A.
Yeah,
All right, who's got any questions? Oh, I see a hand back there. Come on up. Because I can't hear you from back there.
I can hear it. Oh, you can
Oh, we have a mic.
Ah, I forgot this room had wireless mics.
Perfect. All right. I work for Domino's as a delivery driver, and one major thing is that a lot of people tend to cancel an order, and we don't throw it away. We just leave it for everyone out. Whoever works there can grab whatever the hell they want. Sorry. The one thing I kind of learned was more so begin to start, like, we have a Wawa across the street, grab some trail mix and just start, like while I'm in between runs, just start eating that a little bit so you actually don't feel like I'm so hungry. Oh my God, it's all the smells in my car. It's driving me nuts. If you actually eat like something in between, you're not going to be wanting to grab everything and just go all at it. That's one major thing about that, really.
Yep. And that's what I was saying, like that 6-2-1, it's like waiting to have 2 meals. It's better to
Yeah.
have something to take the edge off, because otherwise, you're right, it makes you more susceptible to making a poor choice.
If you're really hungry, you're more likely to eat way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I read this really interesting paper. It was talking about how your glucose level is like directly related to the amount of willpower you have, and by waiting and your glucose level dropping, your willpower actually lessens. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it needs more studying, but it was really interesting, and it kind of makes sense though.
Any more questions?
Right in front.
Just talk, you can wait for the mic.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the mic.
I apologize, AV.
You may.
So does soda dehydrate you or just make you thirstier? And what's the health difference between regular and diet soda?
I would say soda definitely dehydrates you, just because it's got sugar in it, and just like salt,
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It pulls water out of your body. The difference between them would be, you have, depending on where it's made. America, we use high fructose corn syrup because it's cheaper. It's got a higher relative sweetness, so they can have the same sweetened, soda that's cheaper. In other countries, they use sugar. And then you have like a non-caloric sweetener like aspartame or something in diet soda. I would say neither of those things are good, but if you had to choose one, I would say diet, sheerly because there's no calories in it. And for a lot of us, like where I started, it's like I was overweight, so at least I would get pounds off. I would be consuming less calories.
So diet uses artificial like sugar?
Like aspartame, or some, at least name brand sodas, they seem to use aspartame because that's just the way it is. Sucralose is another. Sucralose, there's no adverse health effects that I know of from sucralose. It's chemically stable. It doesn't break down into toxic byproducts. Like aspartame, you'll have free chlorine molecules floating around, which is why it causes cancer and other things. So
I heard like diet soda is like bad for kidney stones.
I've heard that. I don't know much about that, but I don't drink soda anymore. But
Honestly, my suggestion would just be get a taste for something that's a bit healthier.
yeah, like
Yeah.
water. Something
Try to
like
drink
that.
more water.
Water's
I know it's
cheaper,
hard
too.
for a lot of people because it's
yeah.
like
Cheaper depending where you're at.
and it's cheaper. Like I drink tap water. I mean, I have
Exactly.
a Brita filter, a big jug in my fridge, and I just constantly refill it. And when I'm out here, this is from the bathroom sink, but it's free
Gross.
and it's got no calories, and I would take that over soda any day.
But that's
Got fluorine.
Baltimore water.
It takes a bit of getting used to drinking mainly water, but once you do, it's
Then it's
Yeah.
not a big
it's
deal.
great. Any more?
Yeah, did that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Have you ever thought about branching out into some kind of mobile app for the health group?
Actually, the website we use, we go through Wix. They actually have a mobile sort of app. Well, it's not really an app, but it's just you can use it.
A mobile site.
I have
Yes.
some ideas I want to talk to you about him with the website.
Yeah, we really. I haven't talked to Serena in a while because I've been so busy preparing for this con with all the panels and whatnot for the past couple months.
Yeah, we all live like everywhere. Like DJ's in Colorado, she's in Montreal, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about how we're on the fandom or on the internet. Like we can be
over.
everywhere. Like you're now in Vermont, but was originally in Ohio, right?
Pennsylvania.
I mean, he lives in D.C. around here. I'm from Boston,
I live in Hagerstown, actually. It's pretty far away from DC.
Oh, whatever. Close enough. Got a Brony.
All right.
So yeah, we're definitely trying to branch out into a mobile app, and like I said, once we get this thing with Seth and EQD really rolling, we want to push back out into the mainstream. Another quick announcement I have to make that I totally forgot about is we're really gonna push towards the meetup groups too. Like I'm really big in the Boston meetups, the Facebook Rhode Island meetup. There's not a New Hampshire meetup, but basically I'll meet up in New Hampshire anyway. So I'm trying to hit as many as I can to do. Hey, we're the Brony Health Group. We want to help sponsor some meetups this summer or this upcoming fall, just to get active. Whether it's making a meetup to throw a ball in the park or making a big let's all get gym memberships meetup, something like that. We want to start getting that out there.
So I'm part of the Western Mass Bronies because there are no Vermont Bronies. Because
I feel bad for you.
So I drive an hour to their meetups. And
I really feel
so if
bad
there's
for
any
you.
Vermont bronies out there and they're listening, I live near Brattleboro, so please contact me on the website. I'm always looking for something to do.
Right. Wow.
And I'm a member of the DC Bronies, which is why Drew thought I was from DC.
Whatever.
And
Close
same deal
enough.
as that. Yeah. Well,
Something I completely forgot to mention, the website is www.bronyhealthgroup.com. That's something I should have said at the beginning, but I didn't. We don't have a Twitter yet. Do you have a Twitter yet?
I have a Twitter.
I have a Twitter. I don't really tweet.
Follow him anyway. Whatever it is. What is your Twitter?
My Twitter?
Your Twitter.
Darth Avarice. Darth, I'm sure you know how to spell that. Avarice is Avarous.
What are you, a dictionary?
Yes. See?
But yeah, and Ganny, what's your Twitter?
At the Ganny.
Oh yeah, how do you spell that?
TheGaney.
And you can follow me at dudebro_MOH. I don't know why I added the MOH.
Are we still doing? No, it doesn't matter. Are we still doing that 5K thing? Is that still happening? Is that still
You
being
ruined it! Okay, that was one big announcement I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about, but I guess now we are.
Yes.
Branching off from that meetup thing, once we contact every single group, and I mean all 200-something groups that exist out there, whether it be meetup.com or Facebook, what I would like to do, I haven't set a date yet, I still need to talk to everybody, but we're going to pick one date. I'm not sure when, like I said, but one date that
Far out, so people can
every
plan.
single meetup group at the same exact time in every location we can find, I want them to run a 5K, which is how many
3
miles?
miles. 3.
3 mile run. It sounds like a hell of a challenge, and it is. But if we can get every
Or
bro-
run or walk, or just
Yeah.
do it. You know?
as long as we have a herd of Brony moving in every possible location, I think that could be amazing, and that's something I really want to happen. Like, when I brainstormed the ideas for the musicians playlist, the voice actor clips, all that, like, that's what it was leading up to, and that is the big end game plan I have. And working with EQD, Cal Payne actually made a map of all the meetup groups and has all their contact info ready, and I've been working with him trying to find the best way to contact them all. So I'm hoping before winter kicks in, we can get the big nationwide Brony 5K together, because that is something that would be huge, and especially if we can get some recordings of that, put it all together, make a movie out of it, and I can be like Mike Brokoff, who is not here. He bailed on us for shipping wars. Not sure how I feel about that.
So, any more questions?
Yeah, actually, what's the? You know what? I've been picking them. Genny, it's your turn.
All right. I was gonna say my former girlfriend, but he's already there. No. Go with the guy you're giving it to. Would
y'all say like time of day you eat and a diet situation affect?
I
how
can't
you
hear
are?
you.
Yeah,
Speak
yeah.
louder. It's funny. Like, I feel like the VAs when they're like, "We can't hear you." I'm like, "Why can't you hear us?" And I'm like, "I get it." I
Right?
get it.
Would y'all say the time of day that you eat affects your healthiness? Because I work night shift. I work in a jail, 7 p.m., 7 a.m. So my breakfast, how you are saying, is important.
No.
My breakfast would be in different
I would
time.
say it doesn't. I would say because I work first, second, and third shift. I rotate. I work a week and then rotate, work another week. So I don't think it affects it too much. I mean, it definitely doesn't help, for being consistent, because you got to plan. Like, all right, I'm gonna be working, and I work 12-hour shifts sometimes. No more though. But yeah, like when I had those days coming up, I'm like, man, I gotta like have a meal made the day before, because when you work, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and you get off, and you're just like, you pass out, you wake up, and you go back to work. But no, ultimately, I don't think it affects it too much. Just as long as you're eating decent food consistently, and I think preparation is the biggest key to any of this.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Back to the water thing. What would you say these new water flavor things would that affect?
I actually use water flavoring things. The program that I use to lose weight is called Take Shape for Life, and they have these. They call them flavor infusers, and they're no calories. They use, I'm pretty sure it's sucralose, and just like in 12 ounces or 16 ounces of water, you just shake it up. Some of them could be bad, like if they're the ones that have like sugar or aspartame in it, I wouldn't recommend those. But definitely a better choice than soda, without a doubt. Because soda is like at the bottom of the barrel for me for like things you could possibly drink. Honestly, even orange juice is not high on my list either.
How about coffee?
Depends how much coffee you drink. I mean, but coffee and orange juice are very acidic.
Honestly, if you're ever drinking soda, you should treat it like it's candy, like it's a chocolate bar
Or dessert or something.
or dessert or something. You wouldn't eat ice cream with every meal of the day.
Now I
I'd like
want a
to though,
Snickers.
but I can't.
I'm sure some people would, but
I have one question. I have a couple comments for the people in the room on some of the things I've been hearing here. I'm 51 years old. I've been working out since I was 12. And I've gone through a lot of the things people have said here. One question is, you said you got a 6-minute nutritional video or something like that you're going to start doing?
What that was a year ago when I didn't know what I was doing, and I still kind of don't. I just made a quick video. The point of it was moving 6 minutes a day is better than doing nothing. It was basically like do a minute of sit-ups, do a minute of pull-ups. Like I just kind of threw it together as something to try to motivate people to start moving.
So are you going to have some kind of a video or blog or something that's going to give them some ideas on what kind of movement, going up and down stairs?
Yep. What we'll be doing is while we're working with EQD, we'll be posting one video every 5 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll have a video every single day for as long as EQD and we are going. And each one will be like a new tip, whether it's nutrition, style, how to work out, what muscles to work out. And I want to get as many people as I can. Like, if we can get Jack's Plate to do a video, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
If we can get Rena to do a video on how to brush your teeth. Like, I want this to be as big as I can. I'm trying to use all my contacts I have. So, like, I actually have Rena's number, so I still have to text her about it. But definitely, we want to kind of get like a vlog style going with EQD and trying to get this out there as I can. Because like I said at the very beginning, the whole point of starting all of this was because I love this fandom and I hate the stereotype, and I want to change that.
For the people who've never worked out, never gone into some kind of a physical fitness program, the biggest thing I can tell you is do it slow, do it easy when you start, and don't stop.
Yep.
You cannot do anything but get better if you just do it.
Yep. I know and like the program that I did, one of their biggest things was like, because a lot of people that were starting were severely overweight, they're like, don't do any exercise. They're like, let the pounds start to come off and then slowly work into it, because like, some people are like, I'm gonna go run, super fast on a treadmill. It's like, well, if you're 300 pounds, it's like, that's not good for your joints, your knees and stuff like that. So waiting, until you're at a healthier weight range and then slowly working into it, then the exercise can help the pounds come off faster. But yeah, just going, crazy. You can't like exercise pounds off. I mean, you could, but it's not really practical. It's better to modify your eating habits and other things.
all right, I think we have one more question up in front.
It's going to be our last question, then we're going to have to wrap it up.
I like to exercise daily. I run daily. Cardio is my favorite. But I just want to know your opinion on it. My biggest problem is if I don't eat before I run, I feel sick. If I eat before I run, even if I wait an hour, I still feel something that will make me feel sick. And usually, I'm not getting my mileage varies. Usually, I like to do almost 3 miles each time I run. But I'm not like, it's not like a full-on run. I'm like not speeding through that the whole entire 3 miles. I've switched from jog to a full-out run. But either way, I mean, I stay hydrated. I drink throughout the whole entire thing. But as far as eating, like I feel like I should eat to burn something off, but it'll make me sick.
What I do, it depends. Like if I eat a bigger meal, I'll wait longer before I work out. But if I want to work out, I usually have something small, like maybe like 100 calories, even if it's just a handful of nuts or something, just to have something in my body. Because when I work out and lift, like I'm actually like, it actually makes me not hungry until later, and then I'm like, my body's like, oh my god, eat now. But yeah, I have that issue with running too. Like it doesn't matter how long I wait, I usually always get side stitches and stuff like that. And I have asthma, so like the cardio part of it is not, I'm not a big fan of it. I do interval training, so that helps me with the cardio, and I can kind of do that at my own pace. Also, I don't have a treadmill, so I know. I was at the gym the other day. I'm like, yes, I get to run on the treadmill. I'm like, awesome.
All right, well, it is now 12:30, so that's about wraps it up. I want to thank everyone for coming. This has been honestly better than I thought. I do apologize for being kind of out of it. I'm going to get some sleep later tonight, I promise. But thank you very much. Again, check out the bronyhealthgroup.com. We have the forum there. Join that. I know it's going to look inactive. It has been for a while, but like I said, since this con's finally over, I'm going to be...
And I check that, so like if anyone asks any questions, I will answer them. It's like, I just, and part of the inactivity is like when you don't produce new content, people are kind of like, eh.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're
Which is
working
why
on that.
we're doing
We're
the
still
5
here.
videos a week thing.
Yeah, and I think that'll definitely help.
Yeah, well, we'll have the content out. So thank you very much for coming. Round of applause for yourselves, seriously.
Yeah, thanks for coming.